Every year a war between two species rages on. No one knows how it started, and no one knows when it will end. The annual fight begins again.
Hello, welcome, weary travelers, and hello again, subscribers. Come and join me as I share a story passed down from generations of a battle that still rages on, and roughly what history has recorded of how it began. On a planet called Louvel, there were two kingdoms crossed from each other, parted by a vast ocean. The land of anthropomorphic beings known as Mugala, and the land of humans known as Nemoria. The land of Mugala was rich, prosperous, and run with magic. A simple system in place by the two leaders, Otis and Ava, had put up no magic was to be used for killing or harm, only self-defense, and you would give back to the land what you took. Of course, rebels and greedy anthropomorphic beings would try to oppose this, and they tried to take more than their fair share. Otis had decided that it would be best to banish them to nearby islands where they would still have everything they would need to survive but wouldn't taint the land of Mugala. This, unfortunately, one day would be their downfall. A vicious leopard named Caleb had stricken the queen one day, trying to overtake it. Otis was pissed off by this, of course, and had sent him far away. In doing so, he landed on the land of humans known as Nemoria. Caleb, with rage, had found the king and queen of this land, Nathan and Tanya, telling them of Mugala, and he was frustrated with how peaceful they were. The king and queen were intrigued to realize that there was more land that was undiscovered. They took two large boats and headed where Caleb had guided them. Caleb did not understand just how terrible these actions would be and what they would lead to. Once the king and queen had arrived to meet Otis and Ava, they tried to strike up an offer, showing the machines and weapons that they had in exchange for the vast crops and magic they had. Otis didn't want his people to be turned into slaves and used for their selfishness, so they struck up a deal where they would just teach them how to live with the land and regrow what they had lost, using some of their magic to help them along the way but could not do it for them. However, Nathan didn't agree with this and he tried to attack them. Otis had never used his magic to kill anyone, so he tried to send them away, tried banishing them, everything they could, but it was no good. While they were fighting, Caleb had strucken down Ava behind their backs, betraying them. Tanya and Nathan had decided to take this action, and they tried attacking Otis and the others. Otis had used his magic. He used flames and engulfed Tanya, the queen of Nemoria, striking an endless fight that would go on for generations. As the humans tried taking over some of the land of Mugala, well, they tried to go into Nemoria and stop these humans from gutting the land any further. After many generations, many countless deaths, the war had raged on. Generation after generation, the descendants of Mugala and Nemoria had continued this fight annually. Everyone else, however, started realizing the pointlessness of this battle, and they dispersed to different lands. Those that disagreed with them tried to create unions of anthropomorphics and humans. These lands were known as Vern Hills, Nobril, Ashton, and Braswell. They had unified peace and kept it for generations. Anyone who wished to fight was cast off to the other islands. They wanted to make sure that the lands never died out, and they shared the machines and magics in peace. With this peace, of course, intermingling had happened, and the humans had fallen in love with the anthropomorphic creatures. They had beautiful children and grandchildren, and the grandchildren were told the stories to stay away from Mugala and Nemoria to avoid being killed by the purebloods. History had still kept its mark on the descendants. From Mugala, the great-great-great-grandchild of Otis and Ava, was a wolf with red fur and green eyes named Zell. He traveled around the lands to keep everything in peace. When he left Mugala's islands to go in search for the Nemorian descendant, no luck had happened until one day he struck upon a human who had stumbled into Mugala. The boy came equipped with a dagger, with a crest on it, from Nemoria. He presented it to Zell and stated his name was Cameron. He was here to fight the descendant of Otis and Ava, and to take the land of Mugala that rightfully belonged to them. Zell was angry with this and stated that the humans had taken from the land and shouldn't be so greedy and should try to grow the land that they had destroyed. Using their machines had caused such disgrace to the land. The two boys had fought for many years, and as they grew older, they got sick of this fight. Scars bore on both of them. They didn't really want to keep fighting, but they knew that one of them had to die, so they just kept fighting year after year. However, this fight would end differently, because there was a third party watching them, another descendant who wanted this to stop. Alas, that's all the time we have for today for the story of Louvel. If you guys would like to see more, please join the Subscribbler Squad, check out my Patreon for behind-the-scenes content, and to have your name read out at the credits and a chance to be featured in my webtoons, Dawn of Gales. I also have other exclusive items, and if you like your artwork, such as these beautiful examples here, featured in the Subscribblers Gallery at the end of my videos, tag me in it, and thank you so much. I will see you all in the next video. Stay possum. Bye-bye.